Hi there, I'm Jenny. I hope you're doing well and I'm so glad that you're joining challenge number 2 of the Compassion Challenge. If you've missed it, please check out the introduction video and challenge number 1, because challenge number 1 was really the first step to challenge number 2. Because in challenge number 1 you were asked to say something nice to a stranger, to a loved one that you appreciate, and to yourself. This time I want you to write something down, and I'm gonna share with you 2 techniques that I have used and that I have loved and enjoyed so much. So the first one basically is to send a card to someone who pops up in your mind. Favorite cafe in The Hague where I live has actually was giving out these cards for free. It's from Maida Rose and it said, "We will brighten the dark days. Send this card to the first person that pops in your mind to let them know that you're thinking of them." And when I saw that, I was so touched and I thought like, wow, this is so beautiful, because especially now in COVID times, a lot of people are really far away from their loved ones. And I mean, who doesn't love to receive cards? Like in the past, when I used to travel, I would always buy a bunch of cards and send them to friends, family, and everyone always loved to receive a card, because when you sit down to write something and then send it, it really means that you thought of the person and that you invested time and thinking to show them that you care about them. So it's a very beautiful practice. It's again about creating connection and stronger bonds, and let yourself be surprised. Who is the person who pops up in your head first? Who do you think would be very excited and grateful and thankful to get a card, a written personal note from you? And the second part to this challenge is actually writing notes like this one and then hand it out to strangers. And this is actually a very funny story, because it's actually the original card that I did 1 year ago in California. I was taking this class in California called Collaborative Innovation, and we were assigned with a task. Basically it was to spread kind of address our inner demons, and I was working with a group, and our inner demon was this feeling of not being good enough, not being smart enough to study at a college like UC Berkeley and so on. So basically the inner demon was self-doubt. So in order to address this inner demon, we were asked to come up with a practice that would not only serve us but also others, because surprisingly, I think in this class we were around 60 to 70 people, and what really surprised me was that self-doubt was so common. Like for so many people, self-doubt was really strongly present in their lives. And this is why we came up with this idea of writing notes which say you are enough. And then I think we did around 50 notes, and those notes are, you can see, I painted it and it's handwritten. And then we just gave it out to strangers. That day I went to San Francisco, handing it out to people in the financial district, in the metro, complete strangers, just giving them a smile and saying like, hey, I have a gift for you. And yeah, people took it. Sometimes I would even just leave it like on the seat. Yeah, you can choose whether you want to give it to people straight into their hands, but I encourage you to do that if you can do it in a safe, socially distanced way. Or you could even, leave a kind note in your neighbor's mailbox or in a random mailbox, or like literally on the bench in the park, so someone finds it and is happy about it. But the point of this exercise is to think about a message that you would love to receive, and then you kind of spread that message, because here it really says You are enough. And I had to remind myself of this message, but then realizing that so many people needed to hear this statement, we decided to hand it out, and it was a very powerful, beautiful experience. So please let me know whom you write your card to and what kind of messages you will be spreading, and let yourself be surprised what comes out of this process. And please let us, your community, know what you learned, what you gained, and how it went after all. Thanks, and I am excited to share Compassion Challenge number 3 with you next Friday. So please follow me on YouTube and Instagram to join that challenge. Bye bye!